I've come to realize that laughter isn't just something that happens. It's something I have to actively seek out, invite in, and make space for every single day. In a world where everything feels like it's either a chore or a competition, choosing to laugh almost feels rebellious, but that's exactly why it's so powerful. It's wild how underrated laughter is, even though it rewires my brain, lowers my stress hormones, and gives me a break from the grind. I used to think I needed a comedy special or a funny friend to feel that rush of joy. But then, I started finding humor in my own life. In the moments when autocorrect sabotages my texts, when my toddler says something wildly inappropriate in public, or when I catch my reflection in the mirror during a Zoom call and realize I've been wearing a shirt inside out all morning. I'm not ashamed to admit that I've laughed at myself in the car, walking alone down the street, even while crying on the bathroom floor. It's oddly cathartic. I've learned to turn minor frustrations into comedic material, like the time I spilled coffee on my white shirt right before an interview or mispronounced a colleague's name during a presentation. Those aren't just embarrassing moments, they're laughable lessons wrapped in life's absurdity. And let's be real, observational humor is everywhere if I pay attention. The woman on the subway loudly reciting her to-do list to no one, the dad dancing at a wedding like he's headlining Coachella, or my over-the-top reaction to realizing we're out of oat milk. I found that humor isn't just for coping, it's a compass that helps me navigate chaos with a lighter heart. Even in my relationships, I see how much laughter matters. Whether I'm giggling with my partner at inside jokes, bonding with my kids over silly dance moves, or reliving cringy memories with old friends, laughter creates intimacy faster than any heart-to-heart ever could. At work, I used to keep things strictly professional. But once I let humor in, even the occasional dad joke or a well-timed meme, I saw morale rise, walls drop, and collaboration actually improve. Of course, there's a line between funny and inappropriate, especially in professional settings. And learning to read the room is part of the game. I've come to appreciate the art of self-deprecating humor too, not in a way that belittles myself, but in a way that says, yeah, I'm human, and a little ridiculous. It's humbling, and it weirdly boosts my confidence, because if I can laugh at my quirks, they lose their power to embarrass me. What fascinates me is how humor changes across cultures. I've laughed with people who don't speak my language, bonding over facial expressions and shared absurdity. I've also learned to curate my digital space with memes, reels, and content that lifts me instead of drags me down. But even with all that online fun, nothing compares to laughing out loud with real people. Eyes-watering, stomach-aching kind of laughter. I now see humor as my personal antidepressant. When anxiety creeps in, a well-timed joke, whether from a friend or my own inner monologue, can break the cycle. I've even studied comedians, not just for entertainment, but to understand their genius. The way they structure a joke, build tension, and deliver a punchline is a lesson in emotional intelligence and timing. That structure, setup, pause, twist, release, is exactly how life works too. One moment I'm in the middle of chaos, the next, I'm seeing the irony and laughing instead of stressing. And yeah, laughing alone isn't weird anymore. It means I've developed my sense of humor, one that doesn't need an audience. That's a beautiful kind of freedom. As I get older, I refuse to let go of playfulness. I want to be one of those seniors who are sharp, witty, and full of hilarious stories. I've met elders who can out-joke anyone in the room, their humor honed through decades of perspective and patience. Some laughs hit me unexpectedly, like when I trip over nothing in public or hear a toddler misuse a grown-up word. Others, I schedule. Yes, I plan joy by watching a favorite comedy, calling a friend who always cracks me up, or journaling the ridiculous things that happened during the day. I've trained myself to embrace awkwardness too, because those cringe-worthy moments, they're comedy gold. I used to fear being awkward, now I lean into it. I've also learned that being funny is a skill, one I can build. I read funny books, observe people who are naturally witty, and practice not just telling jokes, but delivering them with timing and flair. Over time, I've found a connection between gratitude and humor. The more thankful I am for the little, often ridiculous parts of life, the more naturally I laugh. I've smiled through setbacks I never thought I'd survive, simply by finding the absurd angle. That doesn't mean every joke is okay, though. I've been on the receiving end of humor that hurt, and I've seen sarcasm weaponized. So I choose my humor consciously now. I avoid punching down, Stay away from mean-spirited jabs and focus on jokes that connect rather than divide. Especially with kids, I try to model laughter that's inclusive, smart, and emotionally intelligent. I want my children to know that it's okay to laugh, especially when life gets hard. That laughter is strength, not silliness. Humor has become a lifestyle for me, not something I wait for, but something I create. I laugh in the morning before I scroll. I laugh in traffic instead of honking. I laugh at night while replaying the day's bloopers. And that habit? It's made my life lighter, brighter, and so much more human. Every day offers up comedy in disguise. You just have to choose to see it. I do, and I'm better for it.